Today on Suncoast View, a Florida congresswoman wants to bag the high airline baggage fees. We'll discuss.
A Suncoast woman creates natural cosmetic soaps that are the bomb. Literally, we'll get a lesson in making bath bombs.
And renowned musicians join us with a preview of the classical music celebration. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Sheba Mateo.
Hello, everyone.
Great to have you with us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here as usual.
You've
I love
been
it.
doing some fun things. I know Girls Inc. is a very important organization to you,
Yes,
and
it is.
they just had a very big celebration.
We did. We had our 30th anniversary celebration. It was phenomenal. You had to be there, I think, to experience the magic in the room. The women just kind of connected. It's one of those organizations that women that are giving, philanthropic, loving, caring, and extremely strong-spirited just gravitate to.
The support is great. I have been to the luncheon and the event before, and you know, we always love women supporting women, but watching women support future women is really powerful. You know, empowering the young girls that they can do what they set their mind to and giving them examples.
And look, these pictures from Cliff Rolls, you
Wow,
all
look
packed.
at that.
You packed the municipal auditorium.
We did.
That's a huge
And there we are. I was
Yeah.
going to say, you can't see us, but I have my like 5 tables of girlfriends over in the corner, 5 tables of 12, mind you.
Yes.
Of phenomenal,
Good for
strong,
you.
wonderful,
Lovely.
brilliant women that I'm just honored, you know, to have in my life. So, and my husband was there as well, and his main job was to make sure that I sat down, stopped talking, and ate something
lunch.
before. Exactly. I never eat during those events.
You know what? That could be a job, actually, because
That is
people
a
always
job.
say when at weddings and at luncheons,
Seriously.
you know, making sure that someone sit down and eat.
Now, do you have to be told that? Because I know women do. I have to be told that. My husband is given that job. Do you have to be told that?
I used to have to be told that, and now I'm much more like,
You're
I'm going to
better?
eat my food, and then I'll talk
Now,
to
do
you
you
in a
sit
bit.
down and eat, or do you wander?
I sit down, but I don't eat. When I'm making speeches,
don't.
I do not want to eat before
don't.
the speech.
I agree with you. And my husband also did a great job. We actually travel from our neighborhood with our neighbors. So his job is to kind of rally the troops, and he brings my neighbors to the event. So we do this
He's
every
like a
year.
handler.
Oh my gosh, he's wonderful.
That's so great that he's involved like that with girls.
He doesn't really have a choice, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? That's okay.
Strong woman.
That is okay.
Yes, yes.
It's good for him.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
It
we've
is. He is
changed the
fun.
statement a little bit. Behind every strong woman is a helpful man, and that is okay.
that.
That is okay. I have one of those as
cannot.
well.
We've got Joey behind us.
That's right. I cannot.
I'm behind you
without
all the way.
support. That's right. That's right.
Pushing and shoving us usually, but that's a different story.
That's right.
All right, well, welcome back. We're glad to
Thank
have you
you.
with us. And
you,
we
thank
have a
you.
new face in the kitchen today, which we are always glad about. Shay from Southern Steer Butcher. Welcome, and what are we making today?
Well, today we're going to be preparing some of our butter garlic steak caprese, some tomato cucumber salad, some sweet Asian chili broccoli, and some of our famous Argentine onions and peppers.
Oh, my goodness, that looks and sounds absolutely amazing. Give me a quick 15 seconds on Southern Steer Butcher and what you're all about.
We're a full-service butcher. We're located over on Bee Ridge Road, 4084. We can custom cut you any steaks that you need. We're famous for our marinated meats. We have an awesome machine called a vacuum tumbler. It's how we marinate everything. It's a very unique, cool process. When you come into the store, you can see the machine itself.
All right, that sounds great, and we're anxious to try all the great recipes that you brought with us and
gonna love
learn
it.
more about you.
I miss
Welcome.
butchers. You know, when I grew up, my mom would stop at the butcher on the
yes.
way home. And it's, you know, I love Publix, I love our grocery stores, but it's just not the same.
Okay.
You know,
well,
they
we're
stop
kind
to
of
know
bringing
your
that back.
butcher.
Yeah,
And they get to know you.
That's right.
Which is even better. They know what you want.
There was always a cut of meat that they hid from my mom until she got there. She had 4 growing boys, so, you know.
She had a lot of
She's like,
groceries
keep that
at your
red
house.
meat coming.
Yeah, really. I'm going to be asking for the scraps to
80s.
feed my growing boys because I can't keep up with the bills for the regular food anymore. So that's the way it is. Hey, a big weekend coming up, and one I know Linda's well familiar with. The DeSoto Grand Parade is coming up. It is the largest in Southwest Florida. Over 200,000 people typically line the streets in Manatee County to view the parade and, of course, catch a glimpse of the Queen and Princess as it is. It's going to be a gorgeous weather weekend, and I think this is just such a great great event in Bradenton to get people out and together and establish a sense of community. There's just nothing quite like a parade.
It makes you proud of where you live because so many people are represented and they're your people, the people in your community. And you walk away from there really proud of where you live and who you are.
Well, and as Joey said, you know, just like we used to go to the butcher more, we used to have parades more.
Yes.
I grew up with Memorial Day parades and 4th of July parades, and they exist now, but they're a little more few and far between. So I like that Manatee does this, you know, just because for a DeSoto Heritage Weekend. And it gives a lot of people an opportunity to check it out. So it's a family-friendly event. It's a great place to just show the kids what community spirit is all about. It steps off at 6:30 on Saturday at Manatee High School and goes right into downtown Bradenton. So lot to look forward to coming up this weekend. I'm ready. Just say it. It is time for our, so let's get it going there. All right, we've got a first topic to talk about though, and a Florida congresswoman, speaking of girl power, wants the government to cap airline baggage fees. Tampa Rep Kathy Castor wants an amendment to an FAA bill that's scheduled for a vote on the House floor this week. So Castor proposes capping fees by the same amount as the FAA's passenger facility charge. You know what that is right now? $4.50.
Oh, I'm with her.
Current baggage fees are as much as $50 a bag, and they are the airline's highest area of profit growth. So,
and they make it miserable to fly.
Absolutely.
Because everybody is carrying everything on. There's not enough room.
and that is her exact point, that loading and unloading these planes takes a ridiculous amount of time now. The bins fill up. You're forced to check even if you don't want to because everybody's trying not to. So her point is if the FAA needs money for projects, as we can understand, that's what that $4.50 fee is. Why should the airlines get any more money than the FAA gets?
Yes, and I wonder if it's safe because they don't know exactly how much those bags weigh. They weigh everything so carefully, but they don't weigh the carry-on
You think
bags.
you can get 50 bucks in a carry-on? Or 50 pounds in a carry-on?
Oh, I could get 40.
You all carry some big boots.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those slippery slopes that I think it also depends because I know I am much more conscious of overpacking because of those sorts of fees that we have to pay whenever we're traveling on certain airlines, number one. And number two, the thing that always, you know, plays in my mind is we were never really that conscious about being overweight. Isn't there a weight limit?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I think that's Linda's point.
Yeah, they don't weigh the carry-ons.
so
yes, there's a weight limit, but they don't weigh them.
Yes,
And I get
carry-on,
very
and then on top-
irritated at some of those things coming down the aisle.
like my bars of gold that I can put like right now. It's just
Your bricks. But they are, you're right, and they are just taking the checked bag and taking that same stuff and putting it into their carry-on, which has made it harder to get on and off the plane. I don't bring a lot of my carry-on. I'll check it. You take it.
I don't carry a carry-on. It's too much trouble.
And I'm cheap, so I carry one on every single flight right now because I am not paying that fee. That is just not happening.
And I like to just land and go. So if I can
me
just
too.
put everything in my carry-on and hit the road, I'm good.
And I get real mad if I purposely pack so that I can carry on, meaning I'm not carrying toiletries, I'm not carrying my big hairspray, and because everybody else can't pack, I then have to check my bag.
Correct.
And wait for it at my destination.
I thought it was funny. I went to Australia and my bag weighed 33 pounds for 3 weeks.
That's
I went
amazing.
off with girlfriends for 3 days. My bag weighed 40 pounds.
you need the wardrobe itinerary. That's very important.
And it is
It's
the
different.
mentality too, when you start to think like, oh, there is a limit, so I can't bring everything. So I do think that has made a difference. But you know, if you're just moving it into a carry-on, it's not helping anybody.
No.
I think we could use some regulation, and I think it's great
On
that
both ends.
on both ends, absolutely.
The carry-on as well, the weight of the carry-on as well as the weight of the.
And I always like it when a Suncoast representative is the one making the headlines
girl,
for it.
we're behind you.
Absolutely, we like it.
right.
All right, well, speaking of powerful women, a working mom is making history in the Senate this month. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth became the first senator to give birth while in office, and her baby girl became the first newborn allowed on the Senate floor during a vote. Now, before now, there was no protocol. There weren't any women having babies, but now the rule says children under age 1 are allowed on the floor. Many say Duckworth is breaking a baby barrier, helping women everywhere show that they can balance family and work even when the two intertwine. What do you think about that baby coming to work?
Well, I don't think she can take it to work very often. I think it was nice to have it there, but I don't think she can bring it back. That would be very distracting.
But better than missing a vote, wouldn't you say? Her job is to show up and vote. So if to show up and vote meant that she
One
bring the
time
baby.
to break this barrier, not other times because it's distracting.
Yeah,
it's not fair to everybody else. It's not fair to the country.
Oh, I disagree.
Okay, I fully
The moms
disagree.
on the end are firing up.
That's right, that's right. Oh, no. I completely disagree. I think it can be distracting on some particular
Yeah, if you got a
events.
baby next to me, I'm looking at the baby. I'm not
But you're
thinking
just
of my
going there to
sentence.
vote.
You went there to vote. The other people you're distracting. You're fine. It's the other people you're distracting.
So I completely disagree with
If
that.
you're her constituent, do you not want her to vote because she has a baby? Because that
Correct.
I
doesn't
don't want
seem
her to
fair.
come in with a baby that's going to distract everybody else. And
How's
you
she
can't
going to
tell.
vote?
Well, she gets a babysitter like the rest of the world.
Is there an option for like in work childcare or something? Because I'm all for getting
Go, Joey.
moms back
Go,
to
Joey.
work
That's right.
as soon as possible. But I'm with Linda.
You don't want the baby in there.
Yeah,
It's
I just don't think it's a
distracting.
place for a child. I don't think it's a place for a dog. I wouldn't bring my dog, and I want to take
Okay,
her
but your dog
everywhere.
doesn't need you to survive.
Right.
Well, the baby survives 4 hours, 3 hours at a time.
No, but okay, so here's where I think we have to remember the humanist factor in all of us. Number one, okay, so I hire a babysitter, and I can give you a perfect example. Just yesterday, I have someone that's very reliable in our lives, so that I hire someone so I could go to a 7 a.m. Breakfast. My husband had a 8 a.m. tea time, and this person was supposed to help us take my daughter to school. She overslept. So then what happens at that point, right? So it's the same situation. Well, what happened was
Well, look at all the
Teddy
working
was late
mothers
to his
that have
tea
their
time 'cause
children
I wasn't
in
going to be late. But
daycare.
anyway, but moving forward, in this particular instance, what happens if this woman did, as you're saying, hire a nanny, a babysitter, whatever the case may be? You don't want to give your newborn to a complete stranger.
A lot of people have to do that.
They're a public
lot-
servant,
But I
though.
think it's a different picture.
She
I think it's a
doesn't-
bigger message. Do
Yes.
we want mothers in the Senate?
Yes, but we don't
Okay,
want
then you
babies.
have
Correct.
to give them.
They do not
Thank
have
you.
to take the babies with them. I was one of the first sportscasters in the country to have a baby while I was a sportscaster. I didn't take my baby to work. with
Okay,
me.
and here's a fun difference 20 years later.
Thank you.
I was doing sideline
Thank
sports
you.
for the Browns when I had my child. She was on that sideline, and I was nursing in a live truck.
Because I think
had
it's,
to.
I think it's
But you did not have her
generational.
when you were on the air. You did
In
not
my
have
arms, no, but I have anchored the newscast with the baby in a baby seat at my feet because that baby
Correct.
was screaming to the high moon, would not take a bottle, and if you wanted a morning anchor at 5 a.m., you were getting a baby too.
Isn't there
And my
something
focus
in the
is my
middle?
daughter before anything else.
Absolutely.
My focus is my
There's-
child before anything
I
else.
agree, and I think that
Then
that's
don't
awesome.
take the job. Don't
unless
take
you're-
the job.
Unless you're representing my vote, then I want you to. I
took
don't
the
want your
job.
kid to
I
be the
know
most
it's gonna
important
get-
I
thing
don't
in that
either.
room.
I don't want everybody looking at your baby.
I feel this
while
way
they
about
should be
phones,
voting.
though,
I think
too.
it's
I don't think they should
generational.
have phones.
I
don't
think it's completely
there should be
generational.
I agree.
anything
I
else.
think it is generational.
Now, I
We're
think
gonna
yes,
not
we're
agree on it.
yes,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna.
we're not.
And it's
We're gonna-
okay not to
Yes,
agree.
it's
Yes.
wonderful not to agree, but I do think it's generational.
I do too.
think if my mother were in this particular instance, take for example, situation 20, 30, years ago, it would be an issue. But I just don't feel that that's the world that I want my daughter living
Well, my
in.
grandchildren are growing up in a world where they go to daycare.
Yes.
They are in daycare, 4 of them. They're doing extremely well.
But at 3 months old, a
No.
nursing
Thank
infant needed to be with her mother in that situation.
Not while her mother's running the country.
Yep, we disagree. There may be a
That's
baby
it.
in the White Office someday, or the White House someday. We'll see how it goes. All right.
Okay.
Whew, deep breath.
Moving right
Moving
along.
on.
That was a
Hot
fun
tub.
one.
All right.
That was really good.
We're still friends.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Tequila later.
And I'm not having any more babies, so she won't get annoyed with me. Well, so here's something that actually annoyed me on a different level. So schools are reportedly taking clocks out of the classroom. Not so students don't know how much time is left, because they can't read the clocks. Analog wall clocks are out. Digital devices are in. So teachers found that kids were actually struggling to read clocks with hands, and that it was a hindrance during things like exams. Is this the sad statement of a new generation, or is this just technological progress?
It's sad that if something's hard, you take it away and don't make them learn it. I think that's very sad. If something's difficult, you learn it. It's not that hard.
Okay.
And there are clocks everywhere.
I remember my parents would not get me a digital watch when I was a kid, and I begged and begged, but they made me learn time.
But our 25-year-old producer, Matt, says to me, why do I need to learn something that's archaic? Do you know how to read a sundial? I said,
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I don't.
Go, Linda.
Joey, do you know how to read a sundial?
I do not.
I don't.
do,
And
and
why
my
do I
daughter
not?
does-
Because we don't use sundials anymore.
But we do use clocks.
Do you know how?
5
You don't
points.
have to. You don't have to use clocks, though. We all carry one in our pocket. We all have a digital. Every computer
The
has one.
more you learn, the better off you are. The
so-
more you learn, the more you know.
No, okay. So I think it just depends on how people learn. For instance, you know, we still have the debate between an iPad to read from versus a piece of paper,
book, yeah.
where our brains have still not caught up with technology. We still learn spatially. So for my daughter and I to remember information, I remember just glancing at this without even reading that this section right here was pertaining to Girls Inc., right? So it's a matter of how we learn. For me, seeing a clock, I definitely learn spatially. I'm more visual. When I see numbers, I have to decode versus seeing the clock, understanding the time. It's like understanding a pi fraction. We're going over fractions last night.
So I
and
feel-
what's shaded, not shaded.
I feel
So
bad
think
for
it
kids
depends on how
today.
we
If you
learn.
can't watch that little tick of the second hand, what do you do during class? I used to stare there and be like, okay, 20 more seconds.
I will say too that some of these clocks have gotten so artsy, and I know how to
Yes.
tell time, but I'm like, I have no idea. It could be 4,
can't
it could
see.
be 3,
Well, I can't
because
see.
they're so, they're so strange.
And Roman numerals. A
artsy.
lot of them were in Roman
Yeah.
numerals. We had to learn
What is
that.
the world coming to? The generations are falling apart. That's what we've concluded today.
That's exactly. But we'll still have tequila at the end of the day.
All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, something that hasn't gone away, classical music.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather update for this happy hour. It looks really good out there. High pressure continuing to dominate now. We are watching clear skies across most of the state and some showers developing over the central U.S. That's associated with a storm system, which will bring some changes our way, but not tonight. No changes in store. Clear skies and clear sailing. 68 degrees at 11 o'clock. And as far as the current conditions go, it's sunny. It's 77 pleasant degrees out there. The humidity quite nice, 50%. Winds out of the west-northwest at 13. And the pressure now 2993. That's been holding steady. Well, the Titan radar picture not showing any rainfall around here. We have that high pressure just off the Louisiana coast. That's keeping skies fair and will stay that way too. And mild tonight. Low temperatures expected in the low to mid 60s overnight, which is pretty close to seasonal averages for this time of year. As I mentioned, though, we do have some changes on the way. We'll have a look at the latest forecast model on this front at 5.
Renowned classical musicians from all over the world are coming to the Suncoast as a part of the first ever classical music celebration in Sarasota. It's being described as music for the senses. And here to tell us more are award-winning conductor maestro Rafael Puente and baritone Roberto Borgatti. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Linda.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Maestro, tell us what we can expect in this.
Well, you know, when you receive a call from this organization, Classical Music Celebration, and Javier Marino asks you to be a conductor, he gets my attention right away because they're producing, and along with Janet Hawks and Jim Flynn, they're producing worldwide entertainment, including, Andrea Bocelli around the world, and they're used to filling up stadiums of 20,000 people, these big spectaculars. And he says to me, listen, would you be interested, we've seen your work, would you like to conduct the Royal Symphony Orchestra, which is a chamber orchestra made of musicians from all over the United States and Europe, coming to the stage here at the beautiful Opera House in Sarasota, Florida. So right away, he has my attention right off the bat.
You said yes.
Yeah, well, I didn't say yes yet, but he had my attention. But then he said, no, but there's more. He says, featured act is going to be Charisma. And I said, Charisma? You mean the guitar duo that's on a worldwide tour currently with Andrea Bocelli, the tenor? Ooh. He says, yes, Charisma. So now I'm interested, okay? And I'm just looking, when is it? He says, well, it's May 11th and 12th at the Opera House here in Sarasota. So he said, but there's more. He said, I'm bringing in a New York-based opera star, Roberto Borgatti. I said, wow, this is a great voice. I'd love to work with this guy. He said, no, there's more. Now I'm bringing a soprano from Europe, Ariadne Greif, and she's going to be singing. And I said, this is amazing. He said, no, wait, let me finish. There's more. So now at this point, I'm starting to really just want to call my agent and book this thing, right? So then he says, well, I got a beautiful violin soloist from Germany coming, Sven Stuck. He's an international career. Fantastic. I said, well, you've got me. He said, but there's one more thing. We're bringing in an aerialist who's going to be spinning these beautiful lines while the orchestra is playing underneath.
Wow. Oh
And
my goodness.
now this is bringing it to another dimension. This is going to be a symphony experience that no one has ever witnessed before. Music of the senses is because it's going to look beautiful with colored stage, with fog on the floor, and with 6 international soloists coming in. I mean, what an opportunity. Normally as a guest conductor or a conductor of both of my orchestras, we have an overture and we have one artist and then a symphony type of thing. But we're going to have 6 international artists with us. It's amazing.
Oh, well, Roberta, now you are, of course, a world-renowned opera singer, but you're also a golf instructor.
Here, of all places.
Yeah. We love this. So you're used to a lot of things going on, but how's it going to be working with all of that stuff going on while you're singing?
Well, as you can imagine, it's pretty overwhelming. But you know, I've learned with approaching both that you know, both golf and opera require technique, you know, immense dedication, and as everyone knows out there, a lot of practice. But for me, you know, being involved with this, you know, I'd truly like to be out in the audience on this one, because I think the producers have really put together the most exciting show imaginable. So I just feel really excited to be part of it.
Well, we want a preview. We want you to go over and sing for us, would you? Wonderful.
Yeah, we can do it.
Of course he will. He'll be thrilled to. If you go over and sing, I will tell them that on May 11th and 12th, you can see this spectacular show. It is going to be at the Sarasota Opera House. And as you can hear, this is something you absolutely do not want to miss. Okay, Roberto, take it away.
Je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, plus de cris c'est l'instant, plus de cris c'est l'instant, le taureau s'élance en bâtissant, en étoile, il s'élance, il entre, il frappe, à cheval roule, entraînant un picador. Oh bravo taureau, hurle la foule, le taureau va, il vient, et frappe encore. En secouant ses banderilles, plein du fureur il court, le cirque plein de sang. En se sauvant fragile grille, c'est ton tour maintenant. Allons, en garde, allons, allons, non. Toreador, en garde, toreador, toreador. Et songez bien, oui, songe en combattant, que la noix de regard et que l'amour t'attend, toreador. L'amour, l'amour t'attend, toreador. L'amour t'attend.
Oh, you do not want to miss this. It is going to be at the Sarasota Opera House on May 11th and 12th. For ticket information, go to the Sarasota Opera website. And coming up, we're making bath bombs.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
The Spring Fever sales event is going on now at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota. Drive a new 2018 Corolla for only $79 per month, the all-new 2018 Camry for only $119 per month, and 2018 RAV4 for just $129 per month at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota.
Experience the classical music celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Setting aside board politics and personal ideologies and really focus on what the board is in place for.
Drama at the Manatee County School Board. Members butting heads, nearly hitting another with a car. Votes for a new chair and vice chair. What's going on? I'm Alan Cohen. Meet me at the principal's office. The trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. There's been a huge debate since the tragic Parkland shooting. Should Florida school officials have guns on campus? It's already happening in one nearby school.
Let's just give those same administrators a fighting chance.
ABC 7 is giving you an inside look at the training that could help turn teachers into guardians.
I'm Adam Cellini, and we're going to show you what arming teachers really looks like.
Armed Educators, this Thursday at 6 on ABC 7.
There's a great new show on ABC I want to talk about the concept behind, okay? It's called Splitting Up Together. It's on Tuesday nights, and it is the concept of a phrase I just learned, bird nest parenting. So here's how it works. You have a shared custody agreement when you're divorced or separated. The kids stay in the house, it's the nest, and the parents are the birds. They fly in and out of the house, or even around the house in different bedrooms. And the mom has 1 week, then the dad has 1 week, and the mom has 1 week, and the dad has 1 week. And the concept is you're still a family, you're just not a family that lives together. Can anybody imagine this working?
Yes.
I think it has to, the way the laws are now, because if parents have joint custody, the dad can have the kids 3 days, the mom can have the kids 4 days.
So you don't want the kids moving anymore.
Oh, that's got to be so hard.
That's how it's been, right? The kid is 1 week on, 1 week off. That's
ridiculous.
hard.
It is too much for these kids.
Yes.
And coming from a blended family, I'm sure you
Yes.
as well. You know, there were joint custody, there were weekends. It was very difficult for me. I kind of put the kibosh on a lot of those, you know.
Right. What do you do if you're not getting along with your ex, though? Like, do you?
Yes. That could be a big
It's not
problem.
about the ex, okay? When you decide, again, going back to our hot topic, when you decide to have children, that is your priority, that is your goal, that is your focus. Your time is done as an adult. Don't try to like find like a brand new life.
Not wrong about that.
You know what I mean? Your
But
time
if
is
you're
done
divorced-
at least until that child is successfully, you know, into college, feels confident. We have tons of, you know, resources we can use, psychologists, psychiatrists.
All right, I got to throw this on Linda.
No.
Yeah.
First marriage, you got divorced. Imagine if your son stayed in the nest.
Correct.
And you had an apartment. 1 week you were in the apartment, 1 week X in the apartment,
see-
and then you rotated. You'd know who he was sleeping with. You'd know if he was sleeping with somebody. He would know the same about you. How in the world do you share space in and outside of a home?
I think that would have been very, very difficult.
I
might
agree.
have stayed married.
Seriously, I mean, I think it's a tough situation.
It is, and it happens. It happens here in Florida, so it's very, very
for
hard.
the child.
Well, the show.
Oh, I do too.
The show is a riot because, as you can imagine, parents rotating around the nest while they try to be adults with their own lives, with their kids intact, makes for some comedy, and that's the way ABC approaches it. So check it out. It's called Splitting Up Together. If you have not seen it, it's getting great reviews. It's right here on ABC 7. It's on Tuesday nights at 9:30. All right, coming up next, I wish you could smell what we're smelling because we are about to make some gorgeous and fragrant bath bombs.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face,
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. I am here in the kitchen with Shay from Southern Steer Butcher, full service butcher, but I just learned something interesting. You have your own products, your own label.
Yes, we have some delicious peaches.
For a Southern girl. You want to take these home?
You can definitely take those home, Linda.
What else do you have?
We have some great jams, jellies, barbecue sauces. They're all of our recipes, and then they're labeled for us, and you can buy them at Southern Steer Butcher.
That is a great thing. You have something to take home and have something special with it.
They're absolutely delicious.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, guys, what are you doing over there? What are you making?
Well, bath bombs are one of the most popular skincare items that are on the market, especially with the younger demographics. They're fuzzy, they're fizzy, they're fun, and they smell great. And today, we're going to learn how to make them all by ourselves. Luckily, we have Peggy Sue Hawkins, owner of Spoiled Dirty Rotten, and she's here to teach us. Now, Peggy, for those of us that are not familiar with bath bombs, I've never used one, tell us exactly what they are, what they're made of.
Well, they are basically, the basic ingredients are baking soda and citric acid, and it provides a fizzing action. So you can, when you throw it in the tub, it fizzes, and it gives a little bit of a fun action.
So it's something that, this is one, because I didn't know what they were either. So you throw them in the tub, and they like explode, right? Like a bomb, obviously. Okay, and it's like scent and texture.
Scent, texture. You get, you can put all different types of ingredients in there. Some of them have color shows, so some may put out different colors, and they call that bath art. You know, we've got sea algae in there, and it's just, it's really, it's like a spa treatment, but in your own bathtub.
Or the best birthday gift for a 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So we actually see them often in different shapes, so it's great. I love these.
They're very popular with the youngins. So, but something about the way you make them is the ingredients that you choose. So let's talk through. You have kind of the recipe here. Tell us your approach to which ingredients you pick to go into the bombs.
Well, because you can pretty much put anything you want in it. So I wanted to make something that when you put in the tub, it just didn't smell good and maybe have a little bit of oil. So I wanted something that would go in the tub and actually you would absorb through the skin.
Because you have a background in skin therapy, so this is more of a very holistic approach to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've all known that soaking in the tub, is always good for you. But when you actually add these ingredients, we'll have like pink Himalayan salts, Epsom salts. I put goat's milk powder in there. They're all SLSA free. We have fruits and vegetables in them. Like this particular blend has goat's milk, pink Himalayan salts, Epsom salts. You've got cocoa and bee pollen, and then I put in special oils on top of it. So I have different oils or different molecules that will go into the skin, so, you know, just besides just sitting on top of it.
Okay. And it even looks natural. I mean, part of me would say, like, this looks like something you could almost eat. Not that I would, but it's because you choose these natural ingredients. So from this base now, show us how it forms into the circular bomb.
Well, you got to get the solution, the mix just right, which is really, really tricky. I've made so many of these that not necessarily worked out too well.
And what is that solution?
I was going to say, so you pick all the good stuff, the natural things, and then what's our binder here?
Well, I mix my binder with a little bit of water and maybe a little bit of alcohol or witch hazel, depending on the humidity. That's how it is outside.
Yeah, this could be tricky different times of the year here.
Yes. Oh yes, I mean, I will literally make batches, and I've been making these for 7 years, and I will make a batch and I'll have at least 1 or 2 crack, just because it decides.
Yeah.
It decides.
So then we use a mold?
I use a mold. Okay, it's a little wet, and then we kind of just pack it in there. You can use pretty much any type of shape that you want, and you can have fun with it. You can put different colors. You can do, you know, how many different colors you want to layer. I mean, it's just, you can.
It smells amazing.
Oh,
and it smells like the essential oil. How can, you know, the various ingredients, how can they also kind of help improve your skin? It's more than just a fun, fizzy bath.
Yes, well, the essential oils, as we know, when you breathe them in, you actually absorb them through the olfactory system into the bloodstream. So when you're soaking in the tub, especially with the hot water, your pores are open and they come into the bloodstream and they make the changes. You know, for each individual blend, it depends on, of course, the blend.
And you found that this helps some chronic skin conditions. You know, people who have issues that otherwise have not been able to be solved. You found the blends of the oils and the balms do help.
It is. It's amazing. It truly is.
Oh, look at that.
Now, if it stays together.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's incredible.
It's pretty, I shouldn't say it's not easy.
Well, it's very scientific.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a true chemistry experiment you're doing here.
Yes.
So, all right, you have that shape, but you also have a different shape, which we're going to talk a little bit about the meaning of this shape, but you have a little craft for us that we can actually paint these.
Yes.
So, and this is something that we can do at your location. Tell us how, get us started on the painting process first.
So what we're going to do is we have these are natural mica pigments, very similar to what they use in the mineral makeup. And then, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the brush, and then you're just going to go in and pick the color, and then you're going to, depending on the look you want, but when you want it to cover it up, you want to scoop a little bit out of the bottom, so you have a little bit kind of like that on your brush.
Yeah, because you can tell it's got almost chunks in it here.
Yeah.
It's thick, yeah.
And these are natural paints as well. It's not, we're not using acrylic because it's going in the bath with us. Let's talk a little bit about the shape. I know that it has something to do with an event that you have coming up.
Yes, yes. Because, you know, this month is for autism, and we are doing these autism puzzle piece bath bombs that you can actually come and paint yourself. And it's just, you know, it's just something really neat to help with the community and to, you know, for the good cause.
And it is Autism Awareness Month coming up. And tell us, you're partnering with another local organization.
Yes, Cher Kaiser with ABA Academy. We've done some events before, and we thought this would be a really good fit. I do a handcrafters market once a month, and we offer these type of classes where you can do DIYs, you can paint your own bath bomb. We do different themes every month, and we just thought it would be a really, really good fit in collaborating together. And plus, for me, it's a really good cause. It's all about building up families and communities and building memories and bonds together.
Well, I think the things you've been able to create are absolutely amazing. I know you brought us some examples. We've seen the pictures. I mean, to think that you can do all of this with just the chemicals and the powder and then have it be such a natural benefit to your body.
Yes. Well, what I love too is that we can do this too at the Do-It-Yourself event that you have. This workshop coming up is part of the first annual Autism Awareness Fest. For more information about it, it is coming up Sunday, April 29th from noon to 5. You can visit the Spoiled, Dirty, Rotten Natural Cosmetics website for more information. Coming up next, we're looking at some great values in Suncoast for sale.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Experience Experience the classical music celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A Bradenton man is facing aggravated manslaughter charges for the death of a 3-month-old baby. Plus ongoing differences between members of the Manatee County School Board, how the board's chair plans to resolve those issues. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob.
Thanks, Jacqueline. A beautiful afternoon. Lots of sunshine has moved in, and that frontal boundary, which brought us some nasty weather a couple days ago, is now well to the south and east of us, and that continues to push off into the Atlantic. A slow-moving low causing all sorts of headaches up in the northeast. The next system here making its way through the mid-Mississippi Valley. We'll talk about that, what it means for our weather in the upcoming couple of days. Evening planner looks good tonight, 68 degrees, looking good for best of the best festivities taking place tonight. Current conditions, sunshine and 77 degrees with a nice comfortable humidity. Well, much more coming up at 5.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
We know the Suncoast is a hot real estate market right now, but that does not mean it is always a high-priced one. In today's Suncoast for Sale, Realtor Andrew Haddad is bringing deals and steals with homes that are all below the median price point for our area.
That's right.
I like this concept. So let's do a definition here of what the median price point
Absolutely.
is.
So the median price point is simple. It's the middle. So that means half of the homes are more expensive and the lower half are less expensive.
Okay, so we're looking at that lower half.
We look at the lower half, and the reason that I like to stick with the median price is because here in Sarasota we have the luxury properties that bring up the average price point.
Yeah.
So in Sarasota, single-family homes, we're looking at $287,000 is our median.
Is in the middle.
Price.
Okay.
All these homes are well below.
All right.
That'll be good.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
good news. Let's
So
go.
first one, we are starting in Osprey. You're going to see this now: $250,000 for a luxury condo on the water. That's Casey Key in the background there. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, almost 1,500 square feet. There's also a flex room, so you can use it as an office or den. Yet incredible resort-style community overlooking the lake, and then of course there's the bay right behind there. Yet resort style living, gated, waterfront. The kitchen is nice and open. We have a breakfast bar. There's 2 balconies. One is right off of the master bedroom. The other one is off the great room. But again, a great value to be in a highly amenitized resort style community on the water, and this has a 1,500-foot elevated boardwalk that goes out into the water as well. So incredible value, $250 to be out there. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Next, we are bringing you. This is close to downtown Sarasota. This is Paver Park. Wait till you see the inside of this property, listed right under $260,000. We're looking at a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,700 square feet. Beautiful tile inside. You're going to see the kitchens, the baths have been updated. Again, we're under $260,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Very functional floor plan, light and bright. It's the great room was huge. It's a 19 by 18 square foot master bedroom.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, very big master bedroom. And then of course you have a screened, covered, porch, fully fenced in yard. Again, beautiful single family house right at that price point. That is very affordable. It's a lot of value there. And the location
amazing.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Here in Sarasota, this is Lake Sarasota. So this is a great, great community right off I-75, conveniently located to everything. We're looking at 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1567 square feet. On the inside, you're going to see it's beautifully done on the inside. We have tile throughout. The kitchens have been updated. We got the stainless steel appliance package there as well. Space for entertaining, multiple rooms. Again, light and bright. You're going to see a huge great room, and then finally at the end you're going to see a screened-in lanai with a gorgeous pool. I say it again, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, pool home under $270 in Sarasota, close to downtown.
Beautiful.
You know, I'm surprised these are still on the market. Yeah, these are all recently listed, of course. Finally, I want to show you. This is Woodside Oaks. Rarely does this come available. This is a standing villa in a small enclave. We're just minutes from Siesta Key. Fully updated on the inside. Gorgeous stainless steel, granite countertops. You could use this residence as a rental, which is amazing. It's got a little community pool. There's only about a dozen villas here, so a very private type of atmosphere. Vaulted ceilings, great room floor plan, massive master bedroom. There's also a secondary bedroom that has a Murphy bed, built-ins, storage, and then a little entry out to your own private courtyard, your little retreat. Covered lanai. I mean, incredible. An amazing location in Sarasota. I mean, these are steals. This community specifically, these don't come on the market very often.
No, that's wonderful.
You can see why.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so those are below the median price, but we do like to dream.
That's correct. And then I'm just going to put this out there.
Wow. This is not below the median price.
This is not below the median price.
Let's announce that.
So $4.5 million. This is listed by Tina Chiacho with Michael Saunders. She does an amazing job. So look at this, Lakewood Ranch Country Club.
Wow.
This is literally a custom-built landmark estate. 6 bedrooms, 9 baths, over 10,000 square feet. It's got this amazing courtyard with hand-carved Mexican tile. The entryway is a 10-foot cypress door. Everything is grand. Everything is customized here. And you can see it's the finest finishes. Now, it has a separate retreat for the master, the owner's suite, with an executive office. You can see for entertaining. I mean, it's just, you can go on and on how incredible this property is. $4.5 million, I'm going to say it. You know, if we were in California, if we were in Miami, if we were in New York, what would these be priced at? And we're here in Sarasota at $4.5 million.
Yes.
Tens of millions of dollars. Look at the estate here. Your absolute estate.
Absolutely stunning. I agree. It is breathtaking. Wow. All right. Well, one thing I do love to point out is that everything you see here on Suncoast for sale is on the market and available. So especially with those great homes below the median price, jump on them because they are not going to last long. All right. Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome.
We love to see what's out there. You can always find Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. And coming up next, we're going to talk about the Sunscreen Film Festival just over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The Sarasota Film Festival may be over, but there's another one just up the road. You can check out the Sunscreen Film Festival. You can see that we were on the red carpet there with Dylan McDermott last year. But what we like about this festival, once again, it brings in the stars, it brings in those new indie films, and it's just a chance to see what else is out there. The big headline this year, Rusty Schwimmer. You may know that name from Chicago Fire and Grey's Anatomy. And for a complete schedule of all the films, you can go to sunscreenfilmfestival.com. It is coming up this weekend. We are coming up in the kitchen now with Southern Steer Butcher, and wow, does that look amazing.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert Weather app now.
Thank you.
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. Sarasota County health officials want to inform parents and teens about the dangers of opioids. We'll let you know about an upcoming event that's aiming to educate middle and high school students about the effects of those drugs. In First Alert traffic right now, traffic is congested as you head north on 41 in Sarasota near Bee Ridge Road, as well as 41 near Main Street in downtown Sarasota. Now let's get another check on the weather with Bob.
Hey Scott, beautiful out there today. Lots of sunshine, at least this late afternoon. You can see seas are pretty calm too, running less than 2 feet in most cases out there. We have lots of sunshine in store for Thursday too, it looks like, with little chance for rainfall as a result of a large area of high pressure. Currently it's sunny, it's mild out there, and winds are out of the west-northwest at 13. The pressure still low, but it's rising ever so slowly. More on the forecast at 5.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's at FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View, the best and the brightest from Sarasota schools are here to challenge us. We'll meet a Pineview math team that's headed to a national competition. Then it's time to grab your fishing poles. We'll get a lesson in tarpon fishing from a charter captain before an upcoming big tournament. Plus, the Player Center previews the musical Follies, and Tsunami Sushi joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Shay Black from Southern Steer Butcher, and I'm excited to come visit. So tell us what we're doing today.
Well, we're going to start off with making some of our sweet Asian chili broccoli. It's one of our take and bake sides.
Tell me how much. Is that good?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Take and bake. I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, we have what's called a rewards program, and every single Tuesday we give all of our take and bake sides, or buy one get one free.
Oh, that's good
This is
to
one
know.
of my favorites. I absolutely love the sweet Asian chili sauce.
Okay. How much sauce are we going with?
Sauce
here?
it up.
Sauce it up. All right. I like sauce.
I love the sweet Asian chili. We use that
That's
for everything.
perfect.
Okay.
And we'll get that mixing up there pretty good.
And this is your mixture of the sweet Asian chili?
It's our secret sauce.
Okay, now is that one of the ones we can buy bottled?
You cannot buy it bottled. Any of the stuff that is marinade, we don't sell bottled. That is all of our secret
See
recipes.
how you see.
Keep it closed.
All right, we're good with that.
Next, we'll get onto the stove is our famous Argentine steak tips.
Okay.
This is what put us on the map in Clearwater at our original location and got us to here to Sarasota.
Okay.
It's a chimichurri Latin American flavor. It's our #1 overall marinade. We make this in chicken wings, thighs, breasts, the steak tip. I even make a pork sausage out of that marinade.
Wow.
All of our sausage is homemade in-house too as well. So we'll get some of that going in there.
Trying that part.
That looks amazing. But I love chimichurri. And you have to have the exact right blend of
Salt,
that.
pepper,
Yes.
cumin, garlic, oregano, little cilantro, little lime.
All right,
Cracked
so the
red
secret
pepper,
blend is
white
in.
wine,
It's a really tender meat. Because I just stole a bite off my plate.
Yes.
I can't speak eloquently about it if I'm not eating.
But that's from the marinade, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
It's actually from a special machine that we use. It's called a vacuum tumbler. It looks like a big silver steel drum. When you come into the shop, we put it on display in the back room so that you can see it. It's a 45-minute process to do the steak tips.
That's quick.
20 minutes to do chicken or pork. When it comes down to the steak, the sirloin typically can be a little bit of a tougher meat, but as you attest it is so tender and so delicious after coming out of that machine.
So that's the process. The tumbler is what makes it
sure does.
And then I don't have to buy an expensive cut of meat and marinate it. I can save a little money on the cheaper cut of meat and still get that tenderness.
Still get that absolute delicious tenderness.
All right.
So then we will go on here while all that's cooking. We'll get started on our tomato cucumber salad. If we get the
I don't want to chop your
Let me
fingers.
get out of your...
Yes, you.
Is it okay if I eat this over here?
Of course,
While y'all
definitely.
are
Please do it
working?
and indulge everybody and have some of the delicious Sauvignon Blanc that we brought as well, which you can get at the shop.
So you can pick up your wine, you can pick up your sides, you can pick up your meat marinated to go. I'm liking the sound of this.
I am too, and I'm not even kidding because I'm entertaining this weekend, and I was using Thursday as a meal prep, but I'm just going to come visit you.
Oh, this broccoli is awesome.
That sweet Asian chili sauce has got that sweet and sour with a little bit of that roasted red pepper in there. You get a little bit of heat in the back,
but it's really, really good.
So delicious.
Work away. I'll eat your broccoli over
So
here.
while you're cutting all that up, we'll add a little bit of the cilantro.
Okay. So you've got the marinades, you've got the ready-to-go things, but for people who are looking for a special cut of meat, custom cuts as well available?
Definitely. All USDA Black English choice or better. Sometimes we carry some prime grade as well.
Okay.
Meat comes from Creekstone Farms. Sometimes people think it's already prime grade. It's so beautiful and delicious.
All right, good to know. And as Joey pointed out, not into the Joey's drowning in the wine. Good to have a local butcher who you can ask questions to, who you can get things ready-made from, and certainly just develop a relationship with to make cooking a little easier at home. All right, thank you, Shay. Southern Steer Butcher on Bee Ridge. Go check them out and enjoy, because it is quite a bounty of great-looking food.
Oh, this is
great
so
to have
good.
you, Sheba.
Good to be here.
I've lost everybody into their plates and their wine, so I'm giving up at this point.
Trying to be healthy
Enjoy.
here.
I can tell we're going to. Enjoy the rest of your day and take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.
This
Cheers.
is fantastic.
Good night.